So my buddy Tim Kennedy called me on the way here to Montana, and he's hanging out with Andy Stump. They're doing combatives type stuff. He had mentioned to me about wanting to do something to get all the major influencers, Jocko, me, Tim Kennedy, Andy Stump, on the same sheet of music and messaging and everything that we do, which I think is a good thing. I think we need to do that. So developing courses of action on how that's going to work out. Evan Hafer from Black Rifle is included in that. I think it's proactive. I think it's needed, and I'm just looking forward to it. So I'll be thinking about that on the way. We'll see how it unfolds. Bunch of rednecks.
There's no Asian nerds allowed in Montana. Is this how it's going to be now? I'm going to have a camera on my face all the time?
Yeah. Just pretend it doesn't exist, man.
I can.
You can't, you have to.
So anyway.
All right, so we are in a town called MCLEOD. This place is in Montana. It's an old place, as you can tell from the creaking from the floor. This actual building that I'm standing in was erected in 1912. I said erected. God, that always gets me, man. I'm sorry, man. My mind is always in the gutter. I apologize. MCLEOD Hotel, it has some of the old buildings. I think this is the coolest thing that's in here, because this is the rules for the teachers from 1872. Teachers each day will fill lamps. After 10 hours in school, the teachers may spend the remaining time reading the Bible or other good books. So good books is not Penthouse. It has to be a good book. Every teacher should lay aside for each pay a goodly sum of his earnings for his benefit during his declining years, so that he will not become a burden on society. You don't want to become a burden. You want to lay some money off to the side for those declining years. It even smells old in here, but it feels good because the river's close to us. This stuff is more salt of the earth. Our training courses that we do here tries to establish that kind of feeling and purpose of how things used to be. Get rid of the technology, get rid of a lot of the amenities, and make it more essential, more primal, and more what we used to be only a short period of time ago, 1912. You want me to get your following up? You want me to post you up?
Do you really want me to have?
Do you want me to?
I don't care, sure.
Let me see what I can do. I feel like I just came out of the nightclub at 6 in the morning.
A strip club.
A dude strip club. Hey guys, we're at one of our remote training sites in beautiful Montana. I can't give you the location because I'd have to kill you. I wouldn't kill you. George would hold you down and Kevin would kill you. We run several different versions of these courses. Specifically, the most interesting and profound course that we run is called the Resilience course. Kevin Owens came up with that. The Resilience Experience is a 5-day, all-encompassing survival course. I don't want to give too much information about it, but I will say that it's the most epic thing that we run. And we invest the most time, energy, manpower. We give it all we have. I mean, I was thinking about this last night before I drove out here. We have almost as many instructors as we have students, and combined, we have hundreds of years of experience, not just in life, but in specific experiences related to living a more resilient, thriving life, most of it in special operations. You can't get that kind of experience from any one place. I literally haven't seen it. It hasn't even been done with the amount of talent that we have here. Like, my experience is on the low end of the totem pole comparatively to everybody else. We're just finishing up. We got a lot of work to do. We like to do deliberate planning processes, get everything squared away so it's perfect on Monday morning. And then we'll kick it off. 5 days, resilience, epic Montana. It's gonna be awesome. It's 7:12 right now. My watches. It's weird. This is a $3,000 watch. This guy fucking. Come on, man. It's getting ahead on time. That's weird. It just means I got 2 minutes to poop.
Where are like most of these people from?
All over the
I heard
U.S.
one guy say Atlanta, Georgia.
Wyoming, California, all over. So, resilience is the capacity to overcome difficult circumstances, basically get back on your feet. So this is day one of increasing these guys and gals' capacity. I mean, that's the objective. The problem is not a lot of people are training tangibly on how to increase your capacity. So that's a combination of mindset, it's a combination of training, increasing skills, and experience. I mean, we forget, like, the reason we become more resilient is exposure. Exposure to just living. It doesn't have to be difficult, it doesn't have to be convenient, but somewhere in between, exposing yourself to new things, new challenges, is one way that you're gonna increase your capacity and resilience. So I'm excited and stoked that these guys and gals from all over the country decided to show up, and we're gonna give them everything we got. In this room, we have the most experienced human beings in resilience on the planet. And I don't say that lighthearted, because in comparison to my career, which is exponential, and my experiences, which is extreme, they trump me tenfold. Kevin Owens, retired Master Sergeant, we served together in special operations as snipers. I mean, we stood side by side in gunfights together when we were members of 3rd Special Forces Group. Pete's a cowboy. That man is a literal cowboy. He just came off the hills cowboying in some of the most extreme environments up here, and started his career as an infantryman, like a basic infantryman. Figures out that he wants to be somewhere in special operations after going to med school and becoming a emergency room doctor. But becomes a doctor, Green Beret, becomes the battalion surgeon in 3rd Special Forces Group, but is also an officer. He's actually in me and Dan's old unit, Special Operations Detachment Africa, still serving in a reserve capacity as a lieutenant colonel. I mean, that's a lieutenant colonel right there. James, he doesn't look like it because he could stand and sway his body back and forth, but he's missing his leg. He lost his leg as a 7th Group Special Forces operator in Afghanistan when he stepped on a pressure plate IED in the middle of a gunfight. When it comes to subject matter experts and saving lives via tourniquets and trauma, he's the proof in it, right? He is the subject matter expert. Dan looks like the baddest operator of the planet, was a sniper TL, sniper team leader in Ranger Regiment, before he even decided to become an officer. He's a West Point grad, became a Special Forces officer, and then navigated through his career to be my executive officer when I was his Sergeant Major in Special Operations Detachment Africa. He retired as a major. He's got 2 master's degrees, one in science, and he's got his MBA. It took me 15 years to get my bachelor's degree, nickel and diming it along the way. But to get your master's degree for these guys while they're still serving is incredible. We don't understand crisis management. We will soon be immersed in crisis management on different levels and different scales. We need to figure out what we're made of now to understand how we're going to react tomorrow. That's resilience in a nutshell. We will be figuratively punching you in the face this week because we want to assess you. We want you to walk away and realize, hey, I'm not as prepared as I thought I was prepared.